is the line throw. Coil the line up in your strong hand, placing your weak foot on the dead end of the line. Then split the coils while keeping an eye on the victim. Throw both coils at the same time over the shoulder of the victim, advising the victim to grab the line and turning his back towards the shore. Pull the victim then towards the shore while bending down. This is the type 4 throw of the ring. Undo the line, step on the dead end with your weak foot, place the coiled line and the ring in your strong hand. Throw the ring and the line over the shoulder of the victim. Have the victim turn his back towards the shore. Lower your center of gravity and pull him back to shore. Open the bag, take the knotted end and put it in your weak hand. Grasp the bag with your strong hand, the lip of the bag and the line. In an underhand motion, throw the bag over the shoulder of the victim. Tell the victim to grab it, turn his back to the shore, and bring him into shore, lowering your center of gravity. If you miss the victim, coil the line between your legs. The bag will fill with water. If it does not fill with water, you must open it up and fill it with water. Once the bag is filled with water, use that as a weight. Throw the bag over the shoulder of the victim, and then retrieve the victim to the shoreline, advising him to turn his back to the shore. If the throw is off and to either side of the victim, you can walk and draw the line towards the victim, enabling him to grasp the line. The compact jump is the way to enter the water. Grasp the PFD with either hands crossed across the chest. Your legs will be bent. When you jump into the water, you'll hit the water flat-footed, and your legs will act as a spring in case you hit the bottom. The PFD will then bring you to the surface of the water. PFD removal and replacement. Remove the PFD. Place the PFD in front of you, the neck facing you, inside out. Place your arms in the armholes. Throw the PFD over your head, arch back, and the PFD will slide into place. Another way is to place the PFD in front of you, slide it behind your back, sit on it as if you were sitting on a chair, slide your arms in the armholes, and the PFD will slide up into position. Secure vest at this point. All right, blocks and escapes. First block will be the stiff arm. The victim gets too close to you, it's a quick shot to the chest, pushing off of the victim and getting distance. The next one is the wrist release. If the victim grabs your wrist, grab your own wrist, draw it down to the bottom, submerge yourself, and get distance. If the victim grabs on top, drag your arm up. The next one is the suck, tuck, and duck. The victim gets you around the head, suck air, tuck your chin, and duck away, getting distance. it happens from the rear, it's the same thing. Suck, tuck, and duck. Make sure you get your distance from the victim. Enter the water with a compact jump. Swim heads up freestyle to the victim, keeping an eye on the victim at all times. Swim around behind the victim. Grab the victim under the armpit, elevating same to the surface, and then lock the victim down and wait for help. Conscious can rescue. Enter the water with a compact jump with a can under both of your arms. Then swim heads up freestyle to the victim. As you're approaching the victim, do a quick reverse several feet away, retrieving the can. Then give the victim the can as you hold on to the handle. Advise the victim to hold on to the can as you swim back to shore. Have him kick if possible. Enter the water with a compact jump with a can under both arms. Swim heads up freestyle. Approach the victim from the rear, taking the can and sliding it under the victim, getting his head out of the water. At this time, lock the victim down. The paddle board is a very good way to get out into the ocean for a quick rescue. You must learn to paddle it and be able to turn it accurately in the ocean. Do not want to be too far forward or too far back while laying on the board. Keep the nose parallel with the water, but not submerged. To turn it, you have to sit back on the tail and raise the nose out of the water and turn the board. To go out into the surf, you can do a turtle turn, which means you turn the board upside down, let the wave wash over you. Or you can lift yourself off of the board and let the wave go between you and the board. Conscious rescue on a paddle board. Approach the victim, talking to the victim. Make sure you paddle around the victim, turn the board, and point it towards shore or your destination. Turn the board one time, have the victim reach across and grab the far rail. Pinch his wrists and flip the board over, making sure his head does not go in the water. Get on the board from the rear so you do not flip it. Then tell the victim to help you paddle towards shore. If the victim is able to, you can have him just get on the board himself without flipping the board. But once again, remember to get on from the tail so you do not flip it. An unconscious rescue on the paddle board. Paddle to the victim. You must grab his wrists and flip the board. Pin his wrists between your belly and the board and flip him again. Ensuring that his head does not go in the water, you must then spin the victim onto the board and get on the board from the tail. Make sure the victim's head is not in the water.
The Hawaiian in-water spinal management technique. Approach the victim from the rear, placing your hands through the armpits of the victim and firmly grasp the victim's head. Rotate into a supportive position with the rescuer ultimately ending up under the victim.
All right, water survival for police. In case you ever fall in the water in full uniform, we're going to show you how to make a PFD out of your pants. First thing you would do is drop the gun belt after removing the knife in case you need it. Place the knife in your pocket. Untie your boots. And at this time, if you had a knot in your shoelaces, you could use the knife to cut the knot away. Once the boots are removed, you can then remove your pants. When you remove your pants, make sure they're not inside out. If one leg is inside out, one leg is correct, the PFD will not work. Once the pants are off, tie a knot in the cuff ends. Tie both cuffs together. Once they are together, ensure the zipper is zipped and the button is buttoned. Throw the knot of the cuffs over your head. Grasp the top of the waistband, keeping it just at water level. And with your other hand, you can make bubbles and splash air into your pants, inflating same. Once they're inflated, grasp the waistband and twist it. You should be able to float without kicking. Another way to do this is to grasp the waist, place it behind your head, throw it over your head, and you will catch air in the legs. You can also place the knot over your head and scoop air, grasping the waistband, and then inflating it with small bubbles.
Firefighter water survival skills. Should a firefighter find himself or herself accidentally in the water, they must quickly achieve a sitting position, maintain their calmness, make a lot of noise, and draw attention to themselves so that the other team members can effect a quick rescue of them. It's important to note the longer that you are in the water, the less buoyant your equipment will become as it is absorbing water. Should this occur quicker than usual or that you anticipate, rotate yourself to be face down in the water. Take your helmet off and scoop air into it, placing it under your chest. This will give you a supportive flotation platform for an indefinite period of time that you can maintain your buoyancy. With regard to SCBAs, individual departments must check to see if their units will maintain buoyancy.